that boys go through lots of trauma that they do not talk about because of the silence culture. And some of them are, verbal abuse from parents. The most prevalent is physical abuse, especially, among low-income homes. We have fathers who actually physically abuse their boys, like physically, like is really, really bad. And then we also have the case of, yes, they inflict pain. And we also have the case of sexual abuse, like you just mentioned. And I think that these issues need to be brought to the spotlight. Because I'm of the opinion that we shouldn't just encourage boys to cry. We should try to find out what is causing the pain so that we do not miss it the way we missed it with girls. So we should try to understand the trauma that boys and men go through. Now, we should profile solutions to it so that we don't have to keep going on and on about, express yourself, cry. What are the things that are causing these things?
But what are the solutions? Because really, you go to a lot of events and people just speak. I can't count how many events I have been to. I remember during International Women's Day, there were several events every single day. Sometimes we attend 2 events in one day. And you're asking yourself, what are the action points from this event? What are we going to take home and do from this event? If we say that boys should express themselves and we should now start looking at what they are going through, what are the systems that we are putting in place? You can highlight some of the work you do in your organization. What are the systems put in place to enable these men to come in, open up, and then you can draw that line to where it started from, what's the trauma and all that?
So unfortunately, we really do not have so many social support centers all around Africa that attends to the mental health need of boys and men, which is why, Solomon is doing like an amazing job, trying to promote these things. Now, what we basically do, again, like there are really no centers, all NGOs are pretty much about, ensuring that the girl child gets psychosocial support. And I believe that the most sustainable way to actually end gender-based violence is actually to
bring in the boys.
Focus on the boys basically. Attend to their trauma, mentor them, counsel them, provide psychosocial support. So I'm excited that we have a lot of representatives from the government today. And I'm happy that we're having this conversation so that we can begin so that we can begin to create systems and structures that allows boys. Currently, we still do not have a helpline where boys can actually just call in. Like Henry said that most of the calls that he gets is always from boys reporting their parents. But how about when a boy has been abused, or if a boy is going through physical abuse, who does he go to? Who does he call? So currently, we still do not have a helpline that attends to the needs of boys. So I think that first things first, we need to create a physical system where boys can actually reach out to the government. We need more NGOs to do more work. LAF does pretty much, therapeutic sessions for men,
I want you
boys.
to talk to that. What do you do now?
Okay, so currently, the latest project that we worked on was anger management for men, which was when the domestic violence thing was like a thing. So we set up a class for anger management. And trust me, people would always say that boys, men are not comfortable, breaking the silence, talking about their issues. But we have come to realize that if you create a safe space for men, we set up this Google form where we asked questions. Obviously, we didn't come out to say, okay, just tell us your story. No, it was just a yes or no question. We set up the form. It was strategic. And trust me, we had men coming out to say, I'm struggling with masturbation. I'm struggling with pornography. I'm struggling with anger. I'm struggling with all this. Men.
How does a man get raped?
Brilliant question, yeah, thank you.
1 minute. Thank you for that question. It's not working again.
Thank you for that question. When we believe that in our work with boys, we believe that most boys are always exposed to sexual abuse right from childhood in the hands of maybe their maids is always very prevalent, among their maids. So a boy can get raped. It doesn't matter if you had an erection. It doesn't matter if you enjoyed it. If you are underage, if you are under 18, and an adult is having sex with you, that is rape. That's one. A boy can also be sexually abused by a man. So if you have maybe your classmates, take for instance, also having sex with you from your anus, that is also considered rape because both of you are actually underaged. What else? I think I covered pretty much everything.
And as well, a woman can actually rape.
Yes, a woman actually.
It's actually called defilement or sodomy.